Hi, my name is Ken Schaefer. I work at Oakland Community College. I've been here for 33 years. I have a title of naturalist groundskeeper, and I am an advisor for the ecology club. Our mission statement here is that we try to promote the flora and the fauna on self-sustaining native ecosystems. So the plants and animals on the landforms that we have. We're trying to save the oaks, or save the integrity of our woodlands. So we've got some trees now that we've been saving that are about 6-7 years old, and where those trees are, the next youngest one may be 200 years old. So we're just kind of beating, a deadline, I guess, an ecological deadline, and so there are, fortunately, a couple little areas on campus where there's, like swampite oaks and red oaks, young ones, but they're very far and few in between. And so that's extremely important. So, I always used to say, we're looking 100 years down the road. It's more than just us, or me. So I guess, if you go beyond the oak tree itself, so the oaks nurture various plants underneath it. If you have a darker woodlands, you have different types of plants. If you have a very open, sunny woodland, you have different plants. If you have a wet woodland, you have different types of plants. And so all of these are a food source. So the foods, so the herbaceous plants, they produce seeds and flowers, for all the corresponding insects. So these oaks, they allow other things to grow. Because you think it's massive roots, and everything is just in intertwined roots, so they all grow together.
This is actually a cherry tree. Yeah, they're native.
Cherry trees?
Yeah, the cherries are tiny, only about the size of a pencil eraser, and it's very hard to get them. Well, then also
the tops of the trees.
The oak itself, whenever you have an oak, that means it's a fire-dependent system, and so oak leaves, they have a tannin substance and others that promote fire. And in fact, oak leaves will curl up, so they dry out quicker in the fall when it's the dormant season, and just waiting for the fire. And then maybe if you're lucky in November, it's dry enough to burn, and then the combination of the leaves and the other plants, they put a nice little fire through the woods. It's not really, flames are on average like this. Nothing like we hear out west. It's radically different. So the oak, and then that keeps the woodlands open. And so the oak perpetuates itself that way. Now in theory, they would, young ones, if they burn, they'll start over again. But then they're wounded and it takes that much longer. So we want to give them a jump start. We are counting the trees for this project because, well, first of all, we don't have any young ones, and we don't know how many are going to survive through the decades. And so it'd be nice to have numbers, because every year, little ones, especially ones that are maybe this tall to this tall, there's a number that don't make it. And maybe they just die for it's too wet or too dry, or quite often they get eaten by little creatures. It'd be interesting to find out what percentage make it with help. And so we put the cages on them, and there's other little ones around them, and we flag them, and if one doesn't make it, we can pick up the cage and put it onto another. For instance, we should have lots and lots of shrubs, and should I? Okay. Do you want to do that one over again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know what to do.
Follow the sun, and which way the wind blows. When when this day is done.